Today we're calling on the Andrews Labor government to provide better and more frequent rail services to Shepparton. Our passenger rail services have been neglected for long time, and we all know what we need and what we want. Our wider catchment is equal to Bendigo's in number. They have over 20 rail services going into Bendigo each day and 8 coming out. We have 4 going to Melbourne and 3 coming back. It is simply not fair from my point of view. Ballarat, Geelong, Traralgon all similarly have those numbers, and we are really underdone. So as step 1 of our campaign, we're asking for an immediate increase in the number of services that we have coming into and out of Shepparton. We're asking the government to invest in infrastructure. It's not just timetables. We need to have a passing track built at Murchison. Now there's a bit of infrastructure there already, but there is an investment that's needed really quickly there so that we can have trains between Shepparton and Seymour passing each other. We want some stabling works done here at Shepparton so 2 trains can be stabled here overnight, ready to go to Melbourne the next morning. We want a protective services officer at Seymour. Every other regional station got one, but Seymour didn't. We want the government to do a feasibility study on this line to look at what we can expect in the future. Now, every other line around the state, it seems to me, has had a feasibility study done on it. If you look at PTV's website, there's a list of them, but we're not on it. We never have been, and it seems that we just continually get overlooked. So we're calling on the government to get to work and let's have a really hard look at what we can do. We want the tracks upgraded so that instead of being able to travel 90 kilometres an hour in certain areas, they can go up to 160 kilometres, and that would then make us ready for velocity trains, the same as Bendigo, Ballarat, Geelong and Traralgon. We need investment in work on level crossings. There's apparently 28 level crossings between here and Seymour. A lot of them are not used much, but work needs to be done to remove them so that the train doesn't have to constantly slow down at every level crossing it comes to. I'm confident that if the government invests in this community, in this rail service, then our city will benefit very significantly in terms of business, tourism and just community well-being. But this isn't just about the Shepparton rail line either. It's important to remember that buses come in here all the time. They come from Barmer and Nathalia and Cobram and Griffith and other places. That's why our catchment is big. People say Shepparton's just a small town, but look at our catchment area. All those people want access to this station, this train to Melbourne, and when you draw a line around that catchment, we have the 230,000 people who are looking to use the services that we have here. So on the 28th of May, we're going to Melbourne. We're taking the 6:31 a.m. train. We want as many people as possibly can to come on that train trip to Melbourne. We're going to Parliament House. We've arranged a deputation to the Minister for Public Transport, Jacinta Allen, for a group of representatives. I have a question in question time in Parliament on that day, and of course this is the topic I'll be asking it on. So we really call on as many people to come as possibly can. But during the course of the next month, we want people to get involved, have their say, write letters to the papers, get on Facebook, Twitter, tell us your stories and tell us what it would mean to you if we had better rail services of the kind the other regions have. We've bemoaned the state of the service for so long, let's now do something about it. So thank you all for coming and listening. It's only with your support and the support of the community that something like this can happen. So all aboard Shepparton, I say. Thank you.
Well done, Susanna.